Hey, how's it going, guys? You're 94 here with another action figure review. And this time we're going to take a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations Avengers Age of Ultron. This is the web exclusive War Machine Mark II. As I just stated, this is the first and only web exclusive so far. So this one comes with a brown shipper right here. We can take a good look at the packaging itself. It's our standard Avengers Age of Ultron packaging with the figure on the side right there. Here's the back. And there's the other side as front. Of course, there is the web exclusive logo down below. So here's a quick 360 look at the new Mark II armor. He's a little bit slimmer than the Mark I. In my honest opinion, I do like the Mark I a little bit better than this design. But I'll get into that a little bit. So here you can see War Machine next to the original Mark I on the right. And you can see the difference in the armor. And I did mention that I did like the Mark I better than the Mark II design. I just like how badass it looks. I really like how it's like it has so much more armor, it looks like, and he's just packed on with guns. You can see the bullet chain down here on his turret on his shoulder. Now he did upgrade to the new improved turret here, which is a little bit smaller, and it does the same thing. But that's just how the design is. It's not just the figure, so I understand that. But if I had to pick, I'd have to pick Mark I as my favorite version of it. I'm glad that he went back to the original War Machine colors, so he didn't stick with Iron Patriot. It wouldn't make sense anyways. This is the exact same armor that Iron Patriot wore as well. So I truly still believe that that Mark I Iron Man is still probably one of the best figures that Bandai has put out for the, any of the Marvel movie figures. That's got to be one of my favorites for sure. Looking at the Mark II, he's using some of those, it looks like the same paint. Got this real cool matte looking black on him. The silver came out really nice as well. There's the back. That's where you can peg the turret either on the left or the right shoulder. I did notice his eyes and his arc reactor, which they tend to do this with all of them. They don't paint them. They don't put any sort of different color on there, so it's the same silver as the rest of it. So I didn't really like that. You can see on the Mark I showed earlier that the eyes were painted or they were a different color. So I don't know why they didn't just do that with this one. But oh well. I'm really glad that they did end up making this Mark II War Machine, even though he didn't show up for that much in Age of Ultron, but he did show up. So I'm glad they did end up making this figure. If we move on to the articulation of the figure, we have the head left and right very nicely. It goes down as well and up. His neck is articulated as well, so that helps with it. Very good flying posed. Or you can put the head in a very good flying pose. The arm goes forward and back, in and out. The shoulder is on a hinge, so it does articulate to stop any hindering. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow right there. We have a swivel on the wrist where it looks like it's going to be a ball joint there. So it does act like a hinge, but it's not a hinge, but it does move. So that's good. Diaphragm joint. Very good range of motion right there. Then we have this, of course, our standard S.H.Figuarts ab crunch or ab articulation for our Iron Man figures. Comes in plates, so I like that. The waist is articulated as well, swivels left and right, and it does act like a diaphragm joint too, goes forward and back, just as so. Our leg goes forward and back, in and out. It does drop down S.H.Figuarts itself to stop any hindering or add more range of motion. We have the hip right here is on a hinge. So it does, make room for more articulation there. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee. We have the ankle on a forward and back ankle rocker as well, left and right. And we have toe articulation. The feet are made of die cast right there, so very heavy or very metallic there. We have a hinge on the back of the ankle as well. Looking at the accessory of the figure, here we have the hands. We got some open hands. You can see there's no hand guard there, so you're going to have to reuse the same hand guard that his fist hands have, so that sucks. I hated that, and they kind of fixed it on one of the Iron Mans, and then they went back to here. So I don't know why. And we have these flying hands or karate chop hands. Same thing there. The only ones that have molded hand pads are the blasting effect hands that have the peg right there. So these have molded on so they don't fall. So that's good. Then we have our standard, what we're used to, effects. Here's a short blast effect right there. These are, I believe, are flying effects. Then our longer or elongated blasting effects right there. And then we have our Gatling gun effect here. And of course our actual Gatling gun right here, which is the same one that we got with Iron Patriots. Alright guys, that concludes my review on the S.H.Figuarts War Machine Mark II by Bandai Tamashii Nations. This is the web exclusive. Of course, this is the one on the left. Here we have the Marvel Legends version of it. You can see they almost stack up, almost the same height, but the ML version is a little bit taller. And one of the differences I did see is that these have symbols imprinted on them, which may be movie accurate. They didn't have it on this one, so I'm not sure. I gotta rewatch the movie and see if I could really see those printings on his armor. If not, then, you know, it's not a big deal. If it is there, then that's a big miss for Bandai that they missed out, that they should have added on. But anyways, regardless of that, this is a great figure. I really like how he came out. The paint is phenomenal on the figure. They never let you down with paint, so I'm really glad how he came out with that. I still like the Mark I design better, but this is pretty cool. Design's a little bit slimmer, less, you know, bulkier. So either way, they're both really cool, and I really enjoy the figure overall, and I like that they did went and make the figure. So very cool. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe if you guys would like. You guys have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.